Jan and I have been friends since we were 12 and have always found ourselves in places we probably shouldn't be, doing things that we probably shouldn't do. This was another weekend where we did just that. We decided that January was the perfect time to go walking in the Lake District, so we packed some bags and headed up. We found a pub for some last-minute planning and a pint. After planning our route and meeting the locals, we headed back to the car to pack up for the next day.
Bit of food. I forgot my fork, so I'm eating from a wooden fork. I forgot my socks, so I bought a pair of socks for £20.
Which you were very bitter about.
Very bitter, but I think they seem maybe good. I don't know. But we got food. We got beer. We got semolina. And about 14 knives. So, alright. Yeah, grubs up.
Top of the morning too, just driving up a mountain.
The first night's sleep was comfortable and warm in the car, but it was cold outside. However, getting going was not hard, as we'd both been looking forward to some freedom and adventure for quite some time.
The sun's coming out, but it is still raining. Well, not raining.
We're in a cloud. This is what clouds look like, guys.
Floating on clouds. But no, it's good. Spirits are high.
Yeah.
Harmonicas out. Sing song out. We don't know if we're disturbing the pieces of mountain yet. Probably not. Yeah. Right.
Still got 25 days to go.
And it's only been a few hours.
And we've been walking 2 days.
We spent our first few hours stumbling around with a map and compass. However, once we had got the hang of the navigation, it was plain sailing, and we were able to find some fantastic viewpoints and witness some weather-based phenomena. I recently moved out of London and miss greenery and open space hugely, so I always take the opportunity to seek out and enjoy nature when possible. This trip was a way for me to prove to myself that the city had not softened me, and to catch up with Jan, who was enjoying his own journey at learning about and preparing for a more self-sufficient and greener lifestyle, so we had plenty to chat about whilst we plodded on.
After a long day walking and a lot of wind, we were finally ready to set up camp. We'd heard about somewhere, Esk House, however didn't actually find the exact point we were looking for. We instead camped behind this rather fetching rock.
Dinner time. Onion, sweet potato, frozen oil. We're now defrosting inside our sweet potato. And yeah, that's that. Spirits are high, the sky is red and blue and starry now. And the moon's out.
We were slower to get up in the morning than expected, but once we were up and into the chilly air, it was all okay. Water was one thing that we did have to consider on this trip. However, the Lake District is full of natural springs and streams, and water purification tablets meant that it never really became an issue.
Once at the summit, we decided to get out our little bottle of whiskey that we'd been sort of looking forward to.
After a sip of whiskey on the summit, we decided to move on. I had become too comfortable map reading, and I got us very, very lost.
Lunchtime on the fells, or whatever these things are called. We just came down one of those areas there.
On our buttocks.
Yeah, scree sliding, which is quite fun. And now we're having some onions, quinoa, and cold tinned mackerel.
Oh, you could put that on camera. I don't eat fish, I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan.
And of course, this horrible stuff.
Every time we try to use olive oil, it fucking freezes. So we have to just...
Pop the olive oil in the...
Oh, just quick, this isn't a sponsor me, but... This shit... Get a look in there. Cameraman, can you just... It's amazing.
From Sainsbury's.
It's been making our meals so tasty. I already put three tablespoons on, but why not?
We're addicted.
I want some more. I'm addicted.
After a warm meal, we were ready to take on the next part of our walk. We trudged back to the car, into the dark, spurred on by fantastic music and Jan's mouthing skills.
I ain't got me nobody, I ain't had me no love. Reggae cooking time.
I thought I forgot reggae goes in your video. The final supper. Actually, it's not. Because we'll be on the island tomorrow.
No, it's not the final supper.
This is the final supper with our camping supplies.
So just tell us a little bit about the walk.
About the walk, we walked. I'm not sure how far we walked in total, but a fair way. And then today we had a couple of slightly dodgy sections and did some things we probably shouldn't have done. But all in all, the walk has been fantastic. We've had some very special views that I think even locals don't get to see, where the clouds inverted and went, came down into the valleys. So when we camped at about 600 meters in on a bit of a plateau, and that gave us a spectacular sunset. That was fantastic. And it's just been a laugh. It's been really nice. And it's not over, because we have an inflatable kayak over there. And we're going to the island.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, no.
More to come.
Last words. The glamorous bits that people generally don't get to see. Don't worry, I'm at it too.
He needs it worse than I do.
What? kayak in hand, paddle on back, ready to go to Peel Island. Swallows and Amazons Island. Do you reckon you can see it? There she is. Let's see if we can make it. Me RTC dogs. Wood carrier. Yeah. This is why I did yoga before I came.
I've been a fan of the Swallows and Amazons books and film series for many years, so this trip meant a lot to me, as I was camping and rowing where the characters I had seen as role models had sailed and adventured in the summer of 1929. We used a borrowed kayak, thank you again Olive, loaded it up with wood and our camping equipment and set off to the island, which you're not strictly allowed to camp on. However, we left it as we found it, so in my opinion, no harm was done. After a failed fishing attempt, we decided to build a fire and cook the food that we had brought along with us. The lack of firewood available on the island proved that we were not the first people to come and camp here. However, we had foreseen this and brought along some of our own wood. We woke up to a wonderful morning, and we spent the day driving back to Suffolk and mulling over the trip that we'd had, enjoying our time together.